My name is Paul Robichaud. I've been a Paulist priest for 38 years, and I have been a Paulist living in community for another 5, so that would be 43 years. I'm presently the historian of the Paulist Fathers. I am the assistant archivist of the Paulist Fathers because I work with Father Jack Lynch in the Paulist archives. I am the postulator for the cause of Father Isaac Hecker for sainthood, and I do a number of other odd jobs. As the postulator for the cause of Father Hecker for sainthood, I think Father Hecker has a great deal to say to the American Catholic community. Just the very nature of American Catholic identity is an issue that we struggle with in the American Church today. Am I an American who happens to be a Catholic? Am I a Catholic who happens to be an American? There's a difference between the two in terms of where you place the emphasis. Father Hecker was one of the first people to really wrestle with the question of American Catholic identity, and he has a lot to say to us about that. As we bring our Catholic identity into American society, our Catholic values into American society, as we bring our American sense of wonder, liberty, freedom, individuality into the Catholic community, this great dialogue is something that Father Hecker has a lot to say to the American Church about. Well, in terms of my experience as a Paulist priest, one of the greatest experiences I had was being rector of the American Church in Rome for some 8.5 years. That was a wonderful opportunity to bring the values and the whole sense of community that American Catholics have, and put it really under the nose of the Pope, to be able to explain Paulist mission in terms of evangelization, reconciliation, ecumenism, this sense of welcome, which Italians were amazed to experience, and to bring Paulus to Rome, to talk about the programming that they did, to kind of bring the American understanding of Catholicism to the universal church. The platform of Santa Susana, our American community in Rome, was, and being able to kind of lead that community for 8 years was one of the most exciting moments of my Paulist life. Well, I don't have a lot of free time, but what I like to do is to take an evening, to take an afternoon off, and hopefully each of them calculate into a full day off at the end of a week. But Washington is a wonderful city. I love to go to museums. I love to go to exhibitions and displays. I like to explore cities. I'm an urban historian in part. It's one of the areas that interests me. I love to go out to cities and look at the architecture, look at the city planning, look at the history of buildings. I love to, as I said, go to the opera and the symphony. I love music, particularly classical music. And I've gotten more into jazz in recent years. And a combination of, and I also love to cook. So a combination of all of those things makes for a day off or a half day off. I have had a wonderful career as a Paulist. I am very happy with what I do. I'm very happy with my priesthood. Priesthood is one of the great experiences of my life. It has brought me into the lives of people that I would have never imagined possible. And yes, I'm very happy.